A few weeks ago, I made a video talking about how version 1.3 completely destroyed my pool plans. Between Gilberta, Mifu, and Camille, I knew I could only realistically choose two characters. Camille was already locked in, that wasn't even part of the discussion, which meant the real decision was between Gilberta and Mifu. Well, I made my choice. I skipped Gilberta and pulled Mifu instead. And now that I've spent almost a week playing her, building her, and using her in my physical teams, I have some thoughts. Some good, some not so good. So, was pulling Mifu over Gilberta actually a mistake? Going into version 1.3, Gilberta was probably the smarter choice. She works incredibly well with Rossi. Support characters usually age better than DPS characters, and there's a very good chance she'll stay relevant for a long time. Mifu, on the other hand, was the physical DPS option, the character that immediately made sense for my account. Because if you've watched the channel for a while, you already know what I like playing. Physical teams, Pogranicznik, Rossi, DaPan, Walkbongs. So Mifu was always going to be hard for me to ignore. So while Gilberta was probably the more logical pull, Mifu was the one I wanted to test. Alright, 105k aura barrels and then some tickets. Alright, pull number 1. Okay, it's not here. That's all good.
Go.
So we get the multiple. Okay, just 1 5-star.
3.
Oh my gosh, for a second I thought I was red, bro. All good, all good.
4.
Alright, that would be pool number 4, if I'm not mistaken.
5.
Whatever. Next multi, it's not here. Well, I just hope we got multiple 5-stars here. Okay, we got 1 extra. Because, you know, it adds up to the weapon currency. I don't know what pool number this is, but yeah.
6.
Okay, it's not here. Getting tickets and whatnot. So I lost count. So 16 pools left. So let's see. Do we get an early 50-50 here, or do we need to do another 10?
7.
Never mind. It's here. It's here. Moment of truth, right? 50-50. Do we actually win our 50-50 for the very first time playing this game, right? Alrighty. I hope we do, because it would be nice to save some aura barrels, bro. For a change. Oh, DaPan. Okay, that makes our DaPan P5. Okay, extra weapon currency right there. Moment of truth. And there she is. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, that's our very first 50-50 win. Woo! Oh boy. Okay, we're outie. We're out, bro. We're out. We're done. That's it. Okay, for now we're skipping the weapon. We already have a fully upgraded Max Essence Exemplar sitting on DaPan, so we're just going to borrow that. Sorry, Unk. Mifu's weapon banner is sticking around for 3 banners anyway, so there's no reason to rush into it. I'd rather spend some time testing her first and figure out whether she actually needs her signature. Plus, we're going to need resources for Camille. If sub-DPS Camille ends up being viable, chances are I'll be pulling his weapon instead. Now, after almost a week with Mifu, I definitely have some thought. First of all, she's fun, which probably doesn't sound like a groundbreaking statement because most characters in Endfield are fun. Hypergrip has done a pretty good job making characters feel enjoyable to play. Mifu is no exception. Combat feels smooth, damage is good, physical teams got another strong option, and she fits naturally into the teams I already enjoy playing. But after the honeymoon phase started wearing off, I found myself asking a different question. Not is Mifu good? Because she is. Not is Mifu stronger? Because she is. The question I kept asking was, Do I actually feel that much stronger? And maybe this is where my account ends up being a little weird, because my DaPan is already at the point where there's really not much left for me to improve. He's not missing any gears, he's not missing skill levels, he's not waiting for a signature weapon. My DaPan is finished. P5, max skills, fully artifice gear, max signature. Same story with Endmin. These aren't placeholder characters. They're already heavily invested. So when Mifu arrived, the question wasn't, is Mifu better? The answer to that is pretty obvious, really. The real question was, is she worth replacing what I already have? And strangely enough, the thing that bothered me the most wasn't her damage. It wasn't her rotations, it wasn't her weapon, it wasn't even her team comps. It was the little things. Pogranichnik has that slide after his double dash, Rossi skips while walking, Lavatane has that little look back animation. Tiny details, small things, stuff that most players probably won't care about. But for me, those details are what make characters feel memorable. They're what make characters feel unique. They're what make characters feel premium. Mifu doesn't really have any of that. And every time I swap back to another character, I notice it again. Maybe that's a weird complaint. Maybe I'm the only one who cares about this stuff. But when older characters already have these little touches, it's hard not to notice when they're missing. The current plan is still Rossi, Mifu, and Camille together. Mifu is still making the team, that's not changing. But once Camille arrives, he's probably taking over as the Endfield character. Part of that is because I've been looking forward to Camille for a while. But part of it is also because after spending almost a week with Mifu, she doesn't really feel like the premium character I expected her to be. Don't get me wrong, she's strong, she's fun, and she's definitely an upgrade for physical teams. But when I look at characters like Pogranichnik, Rossi, or Lavatane, I can't help but feel like Mifu is missing that little extra something that makes a character feel special. She's a really good character. I just don't think she feels like a premium one. So, do I regret pulling Mifu over Gilberta? Probably not. Looking back at it now, neither of these characters were ever instant must-pulls for me. They weren't characters where I immediately saw them and thought, yep, I need that character. I wanted Gilberta because she's incredible for Rossi, and she'll probably remain one of the best support options for a long time for almost, if not all, arts teams. I wanted Mifu because I play physical teams. Simple as that. She was the upgrade for the teams I already enjoy using. If we're talking regrets though, I think I regret skipping Zhuang Fangyi more than either of these two. I skipped Fangyi because I wanted to manage my pool resources properly. Looking back, that one hurts a little more. But that's a topic for another day. So if you're watching this and wondering whether Mifu is worth pulling, especially if you're a physical team enjoyer, here's where I'm currently at. Number 1, if you don't have DaPan or Endmin heavily invested, Mifu becomes a much easier recommendation. Number 2, she's one of your favorite characters. Pull her. Design, personality, aesthetic. Sometimes that's all the justification you need to pull for a character. Number 3, if you're expecting Mifu to completely invalidate DaPan or Endmin, I don't think that's what happens. She'll do more damage, that's not really the question. The question is whether that increase is worth potentially spending 60,000 oro barrels for her. Mifu is strong, she's fun, she's an upgrade for physical teams, and I'm happy she's on my account. At the same time though, I don't think she's the account-changing character I expected her to be. If you already have heavily invested physical carries, I think it's worth asking whether that upgrade is worth the cost. After almost a week with Mifu, I don't regret pulling for her. But I also don't think I'd regret if I skipped her either. That's where I stand after almost a week with Mifu. Maybe my opinion changes after more testing. Maybe it doesn't. We'll find out. For now though, I'm curious where everyone else landed. Are you happy with Mifu? Do you think she's worth it? Or am I completely insane for caring this much about character animations? Let me know down in the comments below. And that's basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now. Johnny.
Don't say it's too late to begin again. I keep looping back to the very end.